This week on CWN, many of our sports are advancing.
We have multiple updates of our activities within the school. I'm Kendall.
I'm Nathan, and today is Saturday, March 26th, 2022. And you're watching Calallen Wildcat News Weekly Review. And we are back with another week of news for y'all, and we just came back from spring break. This was our first full week of school since then, and a lot has happened already, and we have a lot to cover, so let's get right into it.
Starting off, the deadline to submit the yearbook was Friday. Earlier this week, I spoke to one of our very own anchors, Jolie, who is also one of the leaders of the yearbook team, about how they were feeling during these last few days of work. Let's take it to the interview for more insight.
Hey Wildcats, I'm Kendall, and I'm here with Jolie. So Jolie, you are the editor-in-chief for the yearbook. Can you tell us how it's going?
It's actually going really great. This is my first year as editor-in-chief, which I've been in yearbook for many years, so it was really fun to get this opportunity. And yeah, kind of make the yearbook my own.
Definitely really cool. So what's different with last year's yearbook and this one's?
So I was a part of the production staff last year, but I kind of joined on late because of some personal stuff going on. And I was actually able to help out a lot there at the end, but we struggled with production management, so that's something I really wanted to focus on as editor. And this year we've really implemented early deadlines and stuck to our guns, and it's coming along great. We are way far ahead than I could ever anticipate. Usually deadline week is really, really stressful, and right now we're kind of just finishing up, so it's great.
So, you mentioned deadline week, and I know it's due this Friday. How is all that going? Are y'all on schedule? Are y'all behind?
So, funny story, our original deadline was the end of March. But because our production was so fast, we're actually able to move the official deadline to this Friday. And because of that, we will be getting our books earlier. We have an expected delivery day of May 11th. So once we get everything sorted out, hopefully we can get those out before graduation.
That's definitely really cool. I for sure cannot wait to see it. I ordered mine pretty early. Can you tell us a little more about the prices? Is that going up? How much is it?
Yeah, so if you bought at registration, which I know you did, I sold to you. If you bought at registration, the price is $60. That's when they're going to be the cheapest. And then every so often it increases. So right now the price is $70, but if you want to contact a staff member, you can use their discount code, a yearbook staff member, and actual faculty and staff has their own code. You can use code Jolie for $5 off, and that link is yearbookforever.com. Right now they are $70, and they will increase to $90 the beginning of May. So order now because they're going to be cheaper, and yeah.
Well, it definitely all sounds really, really cool. Do you have anything else to say?
Buy a yearbook, please.
Absolutely. Definitely make sure to buy your book. I know, especially you and everyone else on the staff and Miss Donald, y'all have worked so hard on it this year. And like I said, cannot wait to see it. Well, that is all from us. Back to the studio.
Nathan, I'm so excited to see the yearbook. I've been waiting. I bought it as earliest as I could, and I'm very excited.
Yeah, me too. This is the last one that we'll be seeing, as actual high school students. So pretty excited to see how it comes out. And the last blood drive for this year is approaching, which means this will be the last opportunity for seniors to gain their blood core for graduation. Jonathan caught up with Nurse Davis about the drive. Here's them with more information on that.
I'm Jonathan Latta from Calallen TV, and I'm here with Miss Davis. Miss Davis, I heard that there's a blood drive coming up. When and where is it going to be?
Yes, next blood drive is April 6th, which is a Wednesday, and you'll find the mobile outside in front of the high school, so please come sign in and donate so that way you can earn your red cord. Seniors, this is your last chance to be able to donate here at the high school on campus, so please come and donate and sign up.
What's your goal and expectations for the next one?
Well, I'd really like to see our numbers go up. I mean, this is a good cause. This is something way to give back to your community, and also that way you can also earn your red cord, but at the same time you're also giving to someone else.
What are the benefits of donating blood?
The benefits of donating blood is saving somebody else's life, and also learning the process of what goes on during the blood drive and what it all entails. So it's a learning experience on both sides, so please don't hesitate to ask questions or to, donate. Don't be scared of the unthinkable. It's part of asking questions and of getting yourself educated and informed of what goes on in whenever you donate blood.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
That's it for me now. Back to the studio.
You know, Nathan, this is going to be my last time donating blood. Hopefully, fingers crossed, no little iron or anything like that. But I'm super excited to get my red cord.
Hopefully all goes well.
And one of our reporters caught up with Mr. Farias about what AG has been doing recently. Let's go ahead and send it over to them for more information.
Morning, Calallen TV. I'm Wesley, and I'm here with Mr. Farias. And over the course of spring break, there were a few competitive events that happened with AG. And can you tell us a little bit more about what happened?
We went to 3 different stock shows. We went to RGV and Mercedes, and then we also went to Houston and Austin, and then we also had a couple of students participate in the livestock judging at the RGV livestock show.
Nice. And how do your students place, and how do you think they represented Calallen?
I think we did very well. In Mercedes, we had the reserve champion Yorkshire, the champion crossbred, dark crossbred, along with the reserve grand overall. We had several peep kids in the finals for showmanship, and then we had a couple other kids that were in the livestock judging contest there at RGV as well, and they were first and second in their respective divisions.
All right, that's very good, and thank you, Mr. Farias, for your time, and that's all from us. Now back to you.
And there is a UIL event happening today. We have more information on the event and what all is going on. Let's take it to Emma with Ms. Dietrich for more information.
Hi, I'm Emma, and I'm here with Miss Dietrich. So can you tell us about the UIL competition that's happening this Saturday?
Hi, Emma. Her birthday's on Saturday. On Saturday is also the UIL academic competition, and this is a great opportunity for kids to compete. They've been working on it, whether it's from spelling, all kinds of math. We have all kinds of computers, and Mr. James and his social studies. We have English, so it's a great opportunity for these kids to be involved in something that they care about, as well as earning points to go to state and getting scholarship money. One of the things about UIL competition is that there are millions of dollars available for kids who have competed at state, whether it's speech and debate or any of the academics. And so if you are interested, it's too late for this year, but we're sure looking for a team for next year.
All right, thank you. And that's all from us. Now back to the studio.
Emma.
And you know, Nathan, we have been talking a lot about what Calallen has been up to.
You're right, Kendall, and KRISTV isn't only about what's happening in Calallen, but also all over Corpus.
You know, it really is. You know, I'm so thankful that they gave us this huge opportunity, and I love filming every week for it. However, for the first time, we got to talk to the Wildcats across the bridge to see what is happening over there. Let's bring it over to GP to see what updates they have.
Good morning. My name is Elena Jones. I would first like to start off by thanking Calallen for providing us with this opportunity. Now here's what's been going on at GPHS. Recently, some of our art students participated in the Visual Arts Scholastic events, also known as FACE competition. Many of our Wildcats were area medalists. In April, these students will be representing Region 2 at the state competition.
I think it's nice to have the opportunity to have my art it go further than just this high school.
During our spring break, the Texas Forensics Association, or TFA, hosted their state speech and debate tournament at GP High School.
It was a very fruitful experience for all of the competitors and for GP High School as a whole.
We would like to thank our volunteers for helping us host 165 schools. We invite the entire community to join us in front of our high school for our blood drive on March 30th from 9 to 3.
Blood drives help our seniors get our red cords if they donate 3 times in their name, or they can get 5 people to donate in our name.
Now, moving on to sports. I am happy to announce that our very own girls soccer just won district with an undefeated record for the 5th year in a row.
It's really nice seeing all of our hard work pay off, and obviously the girls who have graduated and left this behind for us can still feel a sense of pride.
Their first playoff game is this week, and we will have highlights coming soon at gptvvideos.com. Our boys baseball team just got to play at Waterburger Field against the Flower Bluff Hornets. The baseball players love the opportunity to play at the big stadium every year. And that's the Wildcat news for our first GPTV student report. If you liked what you saw, check out these QR codes that are linked to our Facebook and Vimeo pages, or go to gptvvideos.com. Thank you all for watching. Have a great weekend.
And well, I'll tell you, that was actually really cool to see. They definitely put a whole lot of work into that. Very well put together piece of art there, and so that was really nice to watch.
It really is. It's cool to see, their girls soccer players undefeated district 5 years. That is amazing. I'd love to see our soccer players and theirs go up against each other. I know they did last year, but sadly they can't because of district and stuff like that. But it was really cool.
Yeah, it's for sure refreshing to see another school put in the hard work and see it all come together.
Absolutely. And the medical students have been busy. We have a video over vital signs with Miss O. Cipriana spoke to her for more insight. Let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Cipriana, and today we are here with Calallen TV, and I'm with my Delmar instructor, Miss Arobio. We're going to be doing vital signs in the gym today. Miss Arobio, can you tell us what vital sign skills are?
Yes, the students today are going to be practicing vital signs such as blood pressure, temperature, vision, hearing, height, weight. They are practicing so they can perfect their skills, in the medical assistant program.
Okay, and what are primary duties as a medical assistant?
Okay, so the students are practicing these skills, which are just basic skills. There are other skills that they need to learn. But in a doctor's office, a lot of times when a patient comes in, we get the basic information of weight, height, blood pressure. And then, of course, depending on what the patient's coming in for, then they will be learning how to set up the patients for their problems and assisting the doctor in whatever it is that the patient is coming in for.
Okay, and lastly, when dealing with a upset patient, what's the proper way to take care of them?
Okay, so you tend to have patients that are a little upset, whether they've been sitting out in the waiting room a little bit too long, or they didn't have their appointment when they should have had it. But I've instructed the students that whenever a patient is being a little bit loud and upset, that we talk to them and tell them that we understand, their concern. If need be, we do take them to a separate room so that, they can let their frustration out. They don't probably mean to be upset, but at the same time, you do want to provide that privacy for them to explain what's upsetting them.
That's all for me, and I'm back to the studio.
And now we're going to send it over to Willie B with the rundown on sports.
Thank you, Kendall, and good morning, Wildcats. We had several of our male powerlifters have incredible performances at regionals, and we would like to give a shout out to those who qualified for state. Julian Cadena, Aiden Hinojosa, Alex Vela, Evan Eden, Epi Hinojosa, and Luke Medina, who is an alternate for state. Congratulations, we look forward to seeing how they do at state. Speaking about powerlifting, Katie Leal and Jasmine Earls were two of our female powerlifters who advanced to state competition. We managed to catch an interview with both of them to gain more insight on their placements and how they feel about the meet. Let's send it to them with more.
Good morning, Wildcats. This is me, Curtis. I'm here with Jasmine Earls, and we know you just went to the state powerlifting competition at the American Bank Center this past weekend. Can you tell me a little bit about how it went?
I feel like I could have done a lot better, but I'm happy I made it as far as I did.
Definitely. Well, congratulations to you about that. And, just coming off of that, how are you going to train, going into college? Are you thinking about going to college for powerlifting or anything like that?
No, I plan on sticking with track for sure.
Definitely. Well, once again, congratulations to you and all your accomplishments this year. We're very proud of you.
Good morning, Wildcats. I'm here with Katie Leal. She placed second place at her interdivision for state powerlifting meet. So, Katie, I know that's very exciting, and just give us a little more insight about what competition day was like and what it felt like.
Competition day was very exciting. I executed really well, and it was a great environment to be in. Everyone uplifts each other and cheers each other on, and it was a very fun experience for me.
So I know with placing second, emotions had to be high. So can you just give me a little insight about what it was like on the floor with your family, just hearing your name being called out for second place?
It was a very emotional experience for me. My whole family was there cheering me on. My coaches were all yelling for me. It was a 15-pound PR of 305, and having everybody cheer me on and support me really helped me pull it, and it was a very good experience.
All right, and I know with a long powerlifting season, obviously to get state, you have to go regionals, district, everything. So just can you give a little insight to girls who may want to try powerlifting about how much fun it is, the competition level, and just what it's like being with a group of girls that are all working towards the same goal?
It's a very fun experience. We all lift each other up. We grow super close. We're with each other almost all the time, like 3 times out of the week. We're spending hours practicing. We talk all the time. We uplift each other. When you're in it for more than 1 year, like freshman to my junior year, seeing my personal growth is an emotional type of feeling. Seeing how far I've come is a great feeling to have, and doing it and growing and continuing to do it is a great thing to do.
All right, well, thank you so much, Katie, and once again, congratulations. I know it's only your junior year, so you have a highly anticipated senior season. I wish you the best of luck on that. So let's see if you can come out with the first place next year. Fingers crossed, guys. That's all from us. Now back to the studio.
The boys soccer team has made it to playoffs, and this time they made it as district champs, which hasn't occurred since 1996. We would like to give a huge congratulations to our boys. Aaron also spoke to Coach McGinnis about the district game against London and his feelings going into the playoff game. Let's check it out.
Good morning, Calallen Wildcats. I'm here with Coach McGinnis. Coach McGinnis, last week Miller and Alice tied. You know, I beat London. That means y'all are district champs. Good job. And so I know y'all are going to go in the first round of the playoffs this coming Friday. Who do y'all play?
We play La Grulla in La Grulla at 6 p.m. on Friday.
So I know that since y'all won district, y'all are going to be a first seed. So when y'all decide like where y'all are going to be, is that by a coin flip?
Yeah, we have to coin flip despite coming in first, and we lost, so we're playing down there.
Well, I know that in the recent weeks y'all were down a couple players due to injuries, violations, stuff like that. How's that going to feel to get some of those back?
It's good to have them back, but we've created a lot of momentum and a lot of flow, so we just need to keep on keeping on and grind out a result versus La Grulla.
And Coach, I know that a big thing against London was that it was tied 1-1 real early. What do you feel really just changed the shift of the game?
I think that Miller and Alice playing earlier than us and them tying early gave my guys some motivation because they knew at halftime that the championship is ours. We just needed to go out there and take it.
Yes, sir. And so, you know, this week, are y'all going to take a chill or are you going to be intense? Where y'all's like thinking into this game?
So I'm probably going to raise the intensity today and tomorrow for practice, but then slowly bring it down toward Thursday and be a little bit more relaxed going into the game on Friday.
Well, super awesome. Good luck on Friday. I hope y'all win and get that dub.
Thank you.
That's all from here. Back to the studio.
We will have more on their results for that game next week. And our undefeated girls soccer team competed in their first playoff game this past Thursday and did phenomenal. Great job as always. Our interviewer Mia caught up with Coach Lentz to talk about the TM and Judson Converse game.
Hi, my name is Mia. I'm here at Calallen TV, and I'm here with Coach Lentz. So I know that y'all had a game against Judson last Wednesday, and I know it's especially a big deal since they're ranked in nation in 6A school. And y'all also had a game last Friday against TM, which is our biggest rival, coming out with the dub. How are you coming into this game?
Well, we had Judson on Wednesday, so we knew that that game was going to help us prepare for Friday game against TM, and it did. Judson's a very good team. Obviously, you just mentioned that, and it was exactly kind of what we needed to make sure that we had the right mindset and focus to be prepared for Friday against TM. And as far as TM, I was really proud of the girls coming in and being just locked in and focused, but yet loose. I know they were a little nervous, of course. I mean, it's TM, it's such a big game, but you know, once the game started going, you could just see that we were ready. So we had 3 home runs in that game. You know, Brianna Ford had like 11 strikeouts, doing her thing on the mound.
Well, you heard it from us. Make sure you're supporting our softball team. So that's all from me. Now back to the studio.
The softball team played Kingsville this past week and won 13-0. Brianna Ford threw a no-hitter. Calallen also competed against Robstown last night. We will have more on that next week. And during spring break, Justin Lampkin threw a no-hitter in the tournament over at Tivy. And the MLB Network got to catch up with him on that. Let's send it to them with more.
Hi, it's Maddie with Calallen TV. I'm here with Justin Lampkin. So you had an interview with MLB Network. Can you tell me how that went?
Yeah, so it was overall a pretty cool experience. They wanted me on there over spring break in front of live TV, and I really enjoyed it, being cool to experience something like that.
And I know in Kerrville you pitched a no-hitter with 21 strikes out. How do you feel about that?
That was a very high-energy, intense game. We were up 1-0, and I just found a groove and stayed in the zone and had a really good game overall.
And can you tell me about the games tomorrow, or the game tomorrow, and where it's at and who's it against?
Yeah, we play Kingsville tomorrow here at home for our first district game.
Okay, well, thank you. Now back to the studio.
Earlier this week, Justin Lampkin was back on the mound against Kingsville and threw a one-hitter to win against Kingsville 3-0. Congratulations to Justin and congratulations to the baseball team. Can't wait to see what's in store for them for the rest of the season. Well, that's all for sports today, folks. Now let's send it back to Nathan.
Thank you, Willie. And I'll tell you what, it really is exciting to see how these teams are doing this year. You know, speaking of baseball, I got to go out to the baseball game the other day, commentate the live stream, which y'all can catch on YouTube whenever we go live with the games. And, you know, it was really great to see Justin. Justin had almost perfect game again, 19 strikeouts in the Kingsville shutout, and softball tore it up just down the high school on the softball field with a 13-0 game against Kingsville. Reed came and talked to me about it. That was pretty great, and that is up on YouTube. You can catch that out. Well, now let's take it to Jolie to see what's in store with our weather for the weekend.
Thank you, anchors, and good morning, Wildcats. Today's weather is brought to you by Sonic, America's Drive-In. Outside, it is 58 degrees with a 5% chance of rain and some south winds blowing at 6 miles per hour. Those wind speeds are going to pick up as our day continues, blowing at about 17 miles per hour from the southeast right at 4 o'clock, and our temperatures are rising all the way to the 80s. As our week continues, those wind speeds are going to stay up there, growing into the 20s as Sunday and Monday continues, cooling down those warmer temperatures. We were coming off of that cold front coming at the end of the week last week, so those warmer temperatures are refreshing. We also have 55 days until graduation. Back to the anchors.
Well, thank you very much, Jolie. And just real quick, I would like to commend you on that yearbook. I know you're like high up there.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I am editor-in-chief, and deadline was Friday. We were actually fortunate enough to be prepared enough to finish a day early. We finished on Thursday, and I'm so excited for everyone to see it. Please make sure and purchase your yearbooks. There's going to be great things to finish out this legacy.
Definitely really excited.
Well, that's what we have for you today, but now it's time for your joke of the day. So, guys, what do you get when you cross a centipede and a parrot?
I don't know, Nathan, what?
A walkie-talkie.
And for all of you social people out there, make sure you are following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CalallenTV for all of the latest updates. You can also subscribe to us on YouTube to catch all of our latest videos.
And as always, stay classy, Calallen.